Good morning, student. So today we'll discuss about the nuclear power station. How the power stations works. Basically, I will discuss about the how the nuclear power works by the help of this net diagram. How the apparatus are useful for it to produce the electricity. How the generating station use the different types of number of power plant. We took one of them, that's nuclear power station. How the nuclear power station works, then why we are using. In this video we will see why we use the nuclear power station. Rather, before we have discussed about the thermal power station, we have discussed about the hydropower plant. We use the nuclear power station. That must be some advantages and also disadvantages. So we will first go through the different apparatus or different statement or different parts of the nuclear power station. We took the nuclear. First we will discuss about the nuclear reactor. The first total arrangement we shall discuss about the first nuclear reactor. We can see here is the you can see this the total symmetric diagram of the nuclear power station. This one's nuclear reactor, then this is heat exchanger, and this parts is totally same as we discussed before about the thermal power station. After that we will definitely go through it. Before we explain, first we will discuss about the nuclear reactor. What's the works of nuclear reactor? Before What's the worst? In this nuclear reactor, it's have the moderator. Moderator and also controller or controller rod. I want to see you the another this is the inside of the nuclear reactor. These things are present in it. Basically, nuclear power station we use uranium 235. But the uranium 235 has our fuel. You should remember that in the nuclear power station we use the fuel. Definitely we use the fuel because we main motto to produce the electricity by converting the heat energy into the electrical energy. In between that, how we can produce the heat energy? We produce the heat energy by the help of some fuels. In this power plant we use uranium 235, or you simply say uranium who has a fuel. You should remember that the nuclear power station we use uranium 235. Okay, here here is the nuclear power reactor. Inside it the uranium is present. Here you can see uranium is present, and also moderator and control rod. What are the works of these moderator and control rod? Let's discuss about these parts. When the electron forms, the uranium starts to fission. Reaction. Okay, during the fission reaction the number of energy produced, so this energy is produce the heat energy. We should control it. By controlling it we use moderate rod. This moderate rod is mainly consist of graphite rod. It enclosed with the fuel rod. It close to the fuel rod. Why we are using this moderator has a graphite rod? Because to slow down the neutron, of the uranium. Okay, if we don't slow this reaction, that it will act as a bomb, as a nuclear bomb. It started to more and more reaction, and it's definitely will produce the explosion. So rather doing some this type of explosion, we use moderator has to control. Moderator has to control the neutrons, controls the, or we can say is that it slows down the neutrons. Then we can go through again the what's the control road. Control roads, what's the control roads work? Control roads road, the name says that it should be controlling the reaction. So control road is mainly of cadmium. This nothing but it's inserted into the reactor. When we inserted this cadmium rod, because cadmium this the cadmium control rod is strong neutron absorber. It will absorb the neutron. When the uranium gets more and more neutron, which will again converted will produce the more of energy. This energy can be controlled, or this nucleus which is produced during the fission reaction by the uranium, this will controls its. The main part of the control rod is to absorb the neutron. Those it's also regulates. If we absorb the neutron, and by the help of absorbing we have the controlling power of fission reaction. Mainly the uranium gets a fission reaction, so that the more energy, more number of electron it's get. So by the help of cadmium we simply absorb the electron. If we extract the electron from the uranium, then the reaction will be slows down. We can go the moderator, and also control room. Inside it a coolant is present. A coolant is generally of sodium metal. A coolant is present generally, it's as a sodium metal. A coolant absorbs the heat energy which produces by the reactor. Here the heat is produces, the coolant absorbs the heat energy. Now the coolant get heated. Which carries the coolant goes to the heat exchanger. So now here is the heat exchanger. So now coolant goes to the heat exchanger. Inside the heat exchanger, the water is present. So now we said, so how the coolant goes here. Inside the reactor, the water is present. Now the heat, when the coolant come inside the heat exchanger, then heat will exchange. Here water is converted to steam. The output of heat exchanger is steam, and the input of heat exchanger is water. Inside it, the coolant is gone through it, so that the heat is exchanged from the coolant to the or sodium metal to the water. The water is converted to steam engine. Okay, then we shall go through the how the heat exchanger works. Here the all part about the nuclear reactor. We saw that what's the works of the nuclear reactor. Inside it present moderator, and inside it contain moderator, control rod, and also uranium. Mainly our fissions work, means reaction works those inside the nuclear reactor. And also it contains the hot metal, or we can say the coolant. This is nothing but that it's a sodium metal. Then it goes to the heat exchanger. Now we see how the hot metal goes to the inside the heat exchanger. Sorry. And the heat exchanger then go this through again this sodium metal, or again this hot metal goes to the nuclear inside the reactor. Now The output of nuclear reactor is hot metal, and the output of nuclear metal is hot metal. When hot metal comes to the heat exchanger, it gets contact, or you can say it's get near to the water. Heat exchanger contain water, so this water is converted to steam. Here we got the steam. Okay, now heat energy is converted to steam energy, or heat is converted to steam. Now we get the steam in it. This hot metal is again returned to inside the nuclear reactor by the help of pump and also filter. Okay, is that clears about all this nuclear and heat exchanger and all things. Okay, then now we have produced the steam. So next we go through that the steam is now we have produced steam. So now the steam is go to the turbine. Okay, it will helps to rotate the turbine. What's the work of turbine? A turbine starts to rotate because it's contain hot steam and also high pressure. Okay, then we shall go to the get to the turbine. Okay, turbine when starts to rotate, it prime mover connected to alternator. When the steam energy is converted here, the steam energy is converted to when steam energy is converted to the mechanical energy. Okay, and in alternator the mechanical energy is converted to electrical energy. Okay, the steam energy, before we shall discuss before that we have also the discussed in the thermal power plant that steam energy is condensed in the turbine. This here the exhaust of steam, it goes to the condenser. What is the work of the condenser? Simply it's converted the steam to the water. That water is definitely, you should remember that water is also having some heat, because it just energy is reduced in the turbine. It's also has the heat. So before we extracting it to the river, we should go through the cooling tower. Okay, cooling tower. This condenser also, through the condenser it goes to this. And also how the water is get river. From river we inlet the water through we inlet the water goes to the circulating water pump and also condenser. Then this water is again go to the heat exchanger, and inside the heat exchanger water is get converted to steam. Then steam goes to the turbine, then turbine starts to rotate. Here's the steam energy is converted to mechanical energy, and inside the alternator the mechanical energy is converted to electrical energy. Basically, why we all things studies about the power station? Mainly we want to generate the power. Okay, we generate the energy, or we can say generate the electricity. Here the electricity is produced, so the alternator, then transformer, then this is all part goes to the distribution part. Okay, distribution part. Rather, this is helpful this as the main concept to produce the generating or produce the generate of the electricity. Okay, this all about the systematic diagram. I have all discussed about the systematic diagram or systematic arrangement of the nuclear power station. Rather, we will go to the nuclear power station. Why we use this? Definitely it have some advantage and also disadvantage. The mainly things of this that of nuclear power, by using the small amount of energy or small amount of fuel, this equals in last class we have discussed about the thermal power station. The thermal power station gets more amount of coal. or it requires a huge amount of coals, tons of coal to produce the heat. Beside, in this power plant, the 1 kg of uranium is equals to 4,500 tons of coal. You can imagine that if we use single 1 kg of uranium, that same amount of produce the heat that will produce during the thermal power plant that use the 4,500 tons of coal. So huge amount of coal, we are using only the simple 1 kg of uranium. The fuel consumption is so much less in it. So basically, we shall discuss about what's its advantages of it. The fuel requirement is quite small in this power plant because it does not require huge amount of fuel. So basically, if the fuel requirement is less, then the transportation or the fuel transportation to the plant is also less, requirement of less amount. And also the nuclear power plant, it requires basically less space because it does not have more infrastructure to it, only it requires less space. And also, though after the starting or after the plants get run, then we use the fuel as a running charges. In this plant, the low running charges also there, and this is more economical. This plant is more economical to produce the bulk amount of electricity. Okay, this will produce the bulk amount of electricity. And also this plant is also can be located near the load center. If the plant will located in the load center, that definitely it reduces the cost of primary distribution, because here after the production of electricity, we after the production of electricity, we go to the then part of distribution part. If we locate this plant near to the load center, then we can reduce the distribution cost of it. Then another rate, it is reliability of operation. Then we shall go to the its disadvantages of hydropower of the nuclear power plant. Every power plant has also disadvantage. Then we shall go for the another power plant that have some advantages. The main disadvantage is this fuel is highly expensive. Okay, this fuel is highly expensive, and also it's rarely found in our India also, and also on other country. It was main is expensive, and also the capital cost of nuclear is very high, because to during the erection and also commissioning this all plants requires very high technology, because it's more sensitive all things, because it's radioactive. And also another disadvantage is byproduct. After the reaction of this uranium, this uranium is a radioactive element. By disposing its byproduct is very effective, thus it can causes the dangerous amount of radioactive pollution. This also causes the very insect. And also the maintenance charge is high, because the unknown person, it use the trained person to regulate it, or to operate it. The unknown person cannot be operated, so its salary of requirement employee is high, so the maintenance charge is also high. And also disposal, I've told before it that disposal of radioactive is very problem. How we will disposal it? Basically the radioactive component or radioactive, it dispose in the deep trench, or the sorry, or also sea, in the seashore away from it. So basically these are the disadvantages of it. So everything has the disadvantage and also advantages. The main disadvantage is the disposal of this byproduct. So this is all about the nuclear power station. Then definitely, then thanks for it. And I think everything has been clear in simple net diagram. This is all about the nuclear power station. Thank you for getting this your valuable time for listening or learning this power station. Thanks to all.